Inland Sports.
Congratulations, Pep.
Feels
You're
good.
headed to the big game in Miami, my friend.
Listen, the San Francisco 49ers, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was 7 years ago when they reached the Super Bowl when they played Baltimore. But they're back. They punched their tickets.
Yep.
And they did it in dominant fashion to get to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54 in Miami.
They literally ran all over the place yesterday.
We're gonna break down the 49ers. They're gonna be joined by the Chiefs in Miami for the Super Bowl. But we had so many knockouts over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Not even the 49ers knocking out the Packers. Not even the Chiefs knocking out Tennessee. My boy Conor McGregor
Yeah.
knocking out Cowboy Cerrone. What was it? 40 seconds?
40 seconds.
Did you go get a beer? Did you go to the bathroom? Did you blink? Because if you did, you missed it.
No, it was one of those like, oh, I think the fight's gonna start, and I like hopped on Twitter. It was like already over. Like all the pictures and the video was already all over social media. I'm like, whoa, it's done. That was where it happened. I missed it. What happened?
Head kick.
It was like a miss haymaker, a couple shoulder slams, and then a head kick, and that
Yeah.
was the whole story of the fight.
Yeah, that kick to
And
the
he's
jaw.
back and on to the next.
Oh man, yeah, everyone, yeah, exactly. As soon as you beat somebody, they're always like, okay, who's next? Like, who's next in line? What's the next fight? What's the next payday?
There was a little bit of the old, I can kind of hear, like, you know, the Rocky, it's a tomato can, like a little tune-up. Give
Right.
a guy he can run over.
I mean, that's the Cerrone had seen a lot of fights at that point. I mean, they hyped him up really well going into this fight, but he really didn't deserve to be in there with McGregor, who I think that was the thing. It was McGregor's shot to come out and show that you are ready to get your career back going again after two bad losses.
He didn't even break a sweat.
No, that's what they said. His hair was perfectly in place.
The warm-up.
Like he was all good to go.
Did
So
some stairs afterward to get a workout.
all right, we will get to those NFL knockouts that we had over the weekend. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas, the gas professionals. 3 locations around the Inland Empires. If you need gas, they can hook it all the way up at Matheson Gas in Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana, and Riverside. They got all the propane refills you could ever need for your home, your backyard. Maybe you got an Inland Empire business that uses gas. Make sure you go to Matheson Gas. They're online as well. That's mathesongas.com. Matheson Gas, the gas professional. So we'll start with the San Francisco 49ers. And here's the bizarre part about this. San Francisco just 4-12 last season. I mean, they were not a good football team. Jimmy G got hurt. Coach Shanahan were like, okay, is he the guy to turn things around? Like, there was a lot of question marks, right?
Quite a turnaround.
Dude,
amazing.
It was unbelievable. I think, as a 49er fan, I think we were optimistic that things were going to get going in the right direction. But so suddenly and so
Very
in a dominant fashion like this, like I don't know, man. Like even I'm like still kind of surprised how good they were so fast from a 4-12 season a year ago.
They're ahead of schedule. They really are.
Oh, absolutely
They're about 2 or 3 years ahead of schedule.
So they beat Green Bay 37-20 was the final score in the NFC Championship game. So the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl.
Green Bay.
And-
Crazy way, though, too. Like,
Yeah.
if you would have said Garoppolo was only going to throw 8 times and that an unheard of running back is going to score 4 touchdowns?
When you can run the ball like that, they're like, okay, fine. We're going to give you 29 carries.
Yeah.
And he took advantage of every one of them. Green Bay, pooey.
Yeah.
You laid an egg.
Twice
You're a bum.
Twice against the 49ers.
You
They got
quit.
popped in the mouth.
Patrick, is this more anger that they're
Yes.
the team that beat Seattle or that
Yes.
it was letting San Francisco go to the Super Bowl? Which part of that bugs you more?
I think there's a lot of layers to
Bitterness
this.
because we definitely would have played the 49ers harder, that's all. Not that we would have been we wouldn't have let them just stomp all over us and just punk us.
Hey, Patrick makes a good case.
Hide.
Patrick is so mad at the Packers still.
Sales guy Tony. Shame.
But you make a good case. I mean, Seattle played San Francisco. I mean, those 2 regular season games were battles, right?
Yes.
Battles with Seattle. And then Green Bay gets punked for the second time.
Did
in
Richard
the
Sherman
season.
have something to do with it?
Of course he did.
That's weird.
Seattle guy.
Sounds familiar.
Green Bay fans, that's Patrick and
Yeah.
Pep talking about your team.
Yeah.
I love cheese.
You're like big fan.
They need beer and cheese.
Sharp cheddar. So the 49ers are moving on, and they will face the Kansas City Chiefs. First Super Bowl appearance since 1969.
Crazy.
Patrick Mahomes, dude, just unbelievable, man.
Did you feel the excitement and the energy once it started getting close to the end of the game? You could really feel the energy in the stadium. They started realizing,
Yeah.
oh my God, after 50 years,
It's gonna
we're
happen.
going to the Super Bowl. That was really exciting and fun to watch. You feel real good for Travis Kelce, too.
Right.
He's like 7 years. He got on the mic. He's like, it's been 7 years, man. Thought you could see the look on his face. He was blown away.
Mahomes to Kelce, I don't know if there's a better duo right now.
They're tackling before the ball gets there.
I mean, Garoppolo to Kittle's really good too. Don't get me wrong. But, man, I just feel like when Mahomes is going to Kelce, I don't care who's covering him, how many guys are covering him, they find a way to get the ball downfield.
Now you got to respect old Mahomie moving the ball himself, too, just pulling it down. He might run you over.
I know. I walk into the studio and Patrick's all fired up. Do you see that Mahomes touchdown run?
Right.
What was it, like, 27 yards or something like that down the sideline and missed?
I was like,
oh, man.
He's going to be smart. He's just going to go out of bounds. He's like, no, I'm going to truck over 3 dudes and just go into the end zone. I was like, ooh,
yeah.
Playoffs. That's what I love about the playoffs, dude. They take chances.
Right. Now, as a 49er fan, Pep, how are you feeling going into the Super Bowl against the Chiefs?
I will say this, because I would say this regardless if it was 49ers Chiefs. If you stick 2 other teams in there, I always go with the team. And I don't sound biased. I always go with the team that can run the football and play defense. I know people get caught up in like, dude, they throw the ball 50 times a game and they score 50 points. And listen, if you run, at the end of the day, when all the dust settles, if you can run the football and play defense, you're going to keep the other offense off the field. You're going to hold them to whatever, maybe 2 touchdowns, 3 whatever.
I think it's going to be really close.
I think so too.
The early line out right now has the Chiefs as a 1.5 point favorite. That is it. It's close.
Who's going to cover the cheetah? Richard Sherman? He's going to get behind Richard.
Well, I don't know. He's not real fast. He's big and physical, but he's not super fast.
Nobody can run with the cheetah.
It'll be interesting, too, because these are both 2 young teams that the spotlight of a Super Bowl usually messes with those kind of players. So this could be a really sloppy Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, in terms of like Super Bowl experience, like when you look at the rosters, like Richard Sherman might be the elder statesman, right? On any of those teams. I'm trying to run through the Rolodex in my head real quick, and I don't see a lot of guys who have Super Bowl experience.
Me and Patrick were talking about it off mic. It's like Garoppolo has experience being in the atmosphere of the game.
Correct.
But he's never played in one.
Correct.
With no pressure, basically.
But he at least has the experience of like, I've seen all this before.
He knows
It's
what to
not
do.
brand new to him. But now we finally get to see him in this
Like
Super Bowl.
media day, Super Bowl week, the whole thing. But he just knew like, well, I'm not playing in this game.
So it's like, I think that helps out that he's at least been around it, but it will be his first time going through it.
Yes, I agree with you, 40. I think there's something to be said for that, just to know what to expect, right? All the hype. There's going to be a lot of like, appearances and things you got to do as part of the the whole Super Bowl deal. So
I mean,
I
Mahomes
get
kind of
that.
has that with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's been there before, but still, it's different when you're the player.
Andy Reid finally gets another chance.
I love me some Andy Reid.
Kansas City, party all night, as you should be.
Yeah.
They're alive right now. We better check in on Kansas City.
Kansas City's a fun fan base, man. I'm sure they are partying.
The barbecue, I bet they're going crazy.
Just OD'd on barbecue,
I love
right?
that.
Just oh my gosh, man.
Don't go to work today.
Yeah, it's a holiday anyway, so celebrate one more day with some good KC barbecue.
Right.
Hey, one other note, I just want to throw this out there from the NFL. Tom Brady saying he's quote, open-minded about free agency. Open-minded, like he's going to go through that free agency process and I guess at least look around.
We might see Tom Brady in another uniform.
I say no, but I think he's just using it as leverage. Like,
Right.
I'm going to do my due diligence and look around and see what's open out there. No. If he's going to sign, I think it's going to be in New England.
Man, we can't wait to see what this quarterbacking is going to happen in this offseason. There's going to be some shuffling, we think.
Another piece of fun football news that we heard before the weekend was a big name potentially trying out for the XFL.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this?
Chad Ochocinco.
As a kicker.
He wants to go to the XFL.
Oh, wait, okay, so I
as a
read that. Is that
kicker.
real? Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
I
he's
believe
trying
he
out.
wants to do it, yeah.
Because he did kick an extra point, right? In a game, an NFL
He
game.
was a soccer player before he played football, and then for the Bengals, he kicked a field goal.
He's being smart about this. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
like, here's something I'm an older dude, but I can't be a wide receiver anymore. Here's something I can do because he's kicked field goals before, like you said, he's a soccer player.
My theory is that, remember he had the one celebration where he put on the Hall of Fame jacket. His receiving career alone right now, not quite Hall of Fame worthy, but if you throw an extra league and a kicking career on top of that.
XFL. Okay.
He'll be the first right?
Multi-professional football leaguer into the Hall of Fame?
First guy in. Chad
That'd be cool.
Ochocinco, man.
Why not?
What a world we're living in right now, right? Jeez. We're all over Inland Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the social media is all going to the YouTube channel. Check it out.
Thanks, Matt.
Inland Sports.